Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into Kusel Stadium for ICRC's coverage of Mariemont football. I'm Will Stevens alongside Jamal Moore, and tonight the Warriors take on the Wyoming Cowboys in what is set up to be a historic homecoming matchup. Jamal, who are some players to watch here?
Number 19 for the Mariemont Warriors, Charlie Tilley, quarterback, fourth in passing yards with 800 and fourth in rushing yards with 560. He's a great dual threat quarterback. Going to look for him to make some dynamic plays down the field.
Yeah, moving along to Tully's top target, it's number 15, Davis Whitmore. The senior duo has been awesome this season, and any big plays down the field, look for number 15, Whitmore, on your screen.
Taking a look at Jack Simpson, their big DN, number 16, third in sacks in the CHL. He's unfortunately out for the game. But we also have Finn Ward, number 7, on Mariemont's defense. He's an amazing player, 6 in the CHL for tackles.
Yeah, and moving on to Wyoming, these guys have not lost a regular season game since 2015, and the squad is led by Quade Howard, the senior quarterback this year. Only thrown 2 interceptions on the year, so he's going to secure the ball really nicely, and he's got 8 touchdowns, so look out for him to find the end zone tonight. And now we are going to live coverage. The kick is away. Mariemont is going to start with the football, and Jamal, I mentioned the Wyoming Cowboys win streak in the regular season. They have currently won 74 regular season football games in a row. It's an Ohio State record. What makes these guys so good? You know, for the past 4 years, we've had C.J. Hester, who's now at Western Michigan. He's been replaced by Jackson Hamilton. What can you tell us about him at the running back position?
Jackson Hamilton, he's a really amazing player. Runs with a lot of speed, a lot of burst, and he's very strong. He doesn't go down at the first contact. Just an amazing player to have, you know, after the great C.J. Hester leaves.
Yeah, similar things can be said about Warriors running back Max Duckwall, who gets the first carry of the game. Doesn't go very far, but he has been a weapon in the backfield for those guys so far this season, and I would expect nothing to change tonight. Second and long here. They're going to hand off again and go with a flea flicker. They're looking deep downfield, and Naccioni nearly intercepted. I love the aggressiveness out of Coach Leone. Wyoming read it really nicely, though, and it was Justin Robinson, a key player to watch, who made the pass breakup there.
Yeah, what a beautiful play. He stays on the hip with Cooper Naccioni. Great coverage, great downfield awareness from Robinson there. Just an amazing play. If we look on the replay, a little free flicker action, and it's just a little bit underthrown. And a pass deflection there.
Yes, it's going to be tough to go downfield against the Cowboys. You know, we just talked about Robinson, and then Billy Lyons, the 6'3" safety that you can see kind of at the left side or right side of your screen right now. He makes it really tough to get anything over the top of him. Vianello goes into motion. They're looking for him up the sideline. Nothing. Tully rolls out. Eventually throws a deep flag on the play. Glassmeyer has the completion into Cowboy territory. We'll see what the flag is. We saw Vianello go into motion there. He is playing the receiver position for the Warriors and making his season debut tonight. He's been having back and leg problems, but he is near 100%, he's told me, and he's ready to go this week in what is by far the Warriors' biggest game of the season.
And Coach Leone gave me some things to watch for, you know, on the Mariemont side. He doesn't want to see many turnovers. If they can keep this game clean, they can keep. They can probably walk out of here with a win. He's going to be looking for them to be aggressive, as we saw in the flea flicker, and just containing Wyoming's run game.
Yeah, it was a holding call against the Warriors there, so instead of a 20-yard completion, it's 10 yards backwards. We're going to have third and about 20 here for Mariemont. Tully looking to throw, tries to throw a screen. This one's intercepted and batted in the air. Number 56 for the Cowboys, Jess Howard, comes up with the interception, but all the credit has to go to the tip that was made when they tried to throw the screen pass, Jamal.
What a beautiful play. Tipped up in the air, and it just falls into the arms of Jess Howard. What a play. Beautiful play by number 55 there, it looks like.
Deuce Wiley was the guy who got a piece of it.
Beautiful play.
Yeah, that's, I mean, Jamal just talked about them trying to play aggressive. Mariemont was actually trying to play safe there, going with the little dump down screen pass. And, I mean, what can I say? Deuce was all over it, and Jess was in the right place at the right time. Jess Howard, heck of a basketball player, but he has actually ended that passion, I believe, to pursue his dreams on the football field, and he is an absolute weapon out there. He can cause havoc if you're not careful on the Warriors side of the ball.
An amazing play there.
First look at Quade Howard tonight. He's going to hand the ball off to start the game, and he's going to find the end zone on the first play from scrimmage. Joel Hancock into the end zone, 6 points for the Cowboys. So one play, one touchdown for Wyoming. Obviously, they got the ball in about as good a field position as you can ask for, but that's not very encouraging if you're Mariemont.
Definitely not. That was, I mean, as bad as it could get, starting off the game with an interception and a touchdown. We'll look to see how Mariemont responds.
Yeah, the kicker is Carter Rummer, the junior. This guy was bombing them in warm-up, so wouldn't expect him to miss too many tonight. That one is through the center of the uprights and had enough yardage to get through from about 40 probably, which...
Yeah, he's got a big leg in warm-ups. He was kicking from very deep, and he's a great kicker. I'm going to look for him to make some big kicks.
Yeah, you see on that touchdown run, Jackson Hamilton, the main running back for the Cowboys, he's a sophomore, and he's been great so far this year, but they actually used him in blocking so that Hancock could take the carry on that one. Very smart play design from head coach Aaron Hancock, who I'm now realizing that his son probably just scored that touchdown.
That's very awesome. You know, great burst of speed there from Joel Hancock, and like you said, a great bit of blocking from Jackson Hamilton.
Yeah, so if you're the Warriors, you have to respond right here. Earlier today, Charlie Tully said the students need to show up so they could witness, quote, the greatest upset in Cincinnati football history. And I don't think that would be too far from the truth. This Wyoming team might not be quite as dominant as they've been in years past, but they still haven't lost a football game in 8 years in terms of the regular season. And they're 7-0 so far this year. So, I mean, the Warriors are super excited. It's homecoming weekend. We already said that. The dance is tomorrow. So, I mean, Kusel Stadium is filled up right now. You can see that shot of the student section. Probably going to be the highest attended game all year. And I'm sure it would make pretty much the high school careers of these Mariemont guys if they could somehow pull out a win tonight.
Definitely. All the seniors who have been through all the late practices and hard summer practices, seeing their work pay off here with a win against Wyoming would mean the world to them. Yeah,
touchback there from Rummers. He boots into the end zone. So Tully trots back out after the interception. An uncharacteristic interception for Charlie, but kind of an unorthodox first drive. They went for the flea flicker that Robinson almost picked off, and then the very next play, we see that screen pass get tipped, and really not much Charlie can do about that. I mean, it's kind of something that might happen. You know it's an understood risk when you try and throw the screen pass, but completely unfortunate for the Warriors and not how you were looking to start off this football game.
They have to respond here. They can't, lay down and allow the Wyoming Cowboys to just, lay points on them. They have to respond.
Glassmeyer goes into motion. They're going to give it to him on the end around. Got some blocks on the outside, just pushed out of bounds, but he picks up a good chunky yards toward that first down marker.
Part of that wide receiver core that features Cooper Naccioni and Davis Whitmore. Glassmeyer is an amazing wide receiver, and you're going to look for him to make plays all night.
Yeah, he had the game-winning touchdown at Madeira last week. That was an electric sequence of events. They threw it to Glassmeyer for about a 20-yard touchdown completion, and then on the next drive, Madeira's driving down the field, and Stuart Wells, the other senior, on a defensive side of the ball, makes a huge interception to seal the game. So they need to channel some of that same magic tonight. Snap to Tully, he's looking to throw. Steps up, tries to run, runs into his own lineman, or rather running back Max Duckwall, and ends up going down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was an amazing play there by the defensive end. Looks like it was number 6 who gets in the action. Looked like it may have been 56 who got to him.
Yeah, Jess Howard again, who had the interception earlier, definitely interrupted that play. Tully was trying to step up, but Duckwall wrong place, wrong time, and impedes the movement of his own quarterback there.
And he also may have sensed the pressure just a little late, and Duckwall being his way doesn't help at all. Yeah, the Lupien twins both out tonight, and they're usually forces on the line. So this Mariemont O-line and D-line are going to have to hold their blocks super well tonight. Rolling him out right again. Wyoming's all over him, now cuts it back left, and he's got room to run. This is a really nice play from the athlete, Charlie Tully. He's got a first down. That's incredible. He was supposed to throw it on the right side of the field, turns it around and outran number 2, the other quarterback, Quade Howard. Let's get another look at this one, Jamal. A beautiful play. You know, he's going to his right there, turns it around, flips it back to his left. Beautiful run there by Charlie Tully. Quick thinking there by the QB.
Yeah, that's a really nice improvised play. That easily could have been a loss of 5 yards on the sack, but Tully's able to get out and earn himself a new set of downs.
It's a beautiful play. He's an amazing athlete. Gonna watch him make plays like that all night.
Yeah, absolutely. Quarterback of the basketball team as well, so he's got a lot of cool things to do. Jack Walton at the bottom of the screen had some big catches last week, but they hand it off to Duckwall here, and he is wrapped up in the backfield by number 50, Jack Feldmeyer, 6'4", 215 junior. That guy is going to be tough to contain.
Looked like number 56, actually, Jess Howard there.
Might be right, Jamal.
He's been everywhere.
Yeah, I really
so
thought
far.
we had a new face in the action there, but turns out it was just Howard making another play.
Howard is everywhere tonight already, and maybe mad at us for not making him a key of the game.
Yeah, he's listed at 6'3", 260, and he might have been close to that when I played him in 8th grade basketball, to be honest with you, Jamal. This guy was hard to stop on the basketball court. He's a really good athlete.
It sounds like
again,
it.
Cuts it back, cuts it up the field, gets close to the line to gain. We'll see if they give it to him, but it's going to be 3rd and short for the Warriors.
Beautiful move there by Duckwall. Gets the ball, waits for his blocks. He's patient, cuts it up there, and turned on the second gear there. Beautiful play. And the tackle was made by number 5, Denham Miller, senior DB.
Yeah, Billy Lyons, the safety, had a chance to get to him early in the run, but Duckwall made a nice move to avoid him. 8 minutes left in the first quarter here. Warriors potentially in 4-down territory, depending on how aggressive they want to be. They're going to hand it off to Duckwall, trying to pick up the first down, and he will fall forward, but I don't think he gets there. There were a slew of Cowboys in the backfield there, ready to tackle
look like it at all. I don't think he'll make it. Coach Leon's making a decision.
Looks like the punt team's coming out.
Yeah.
I think I like that call, Jamal. You know, if you give Wyoming the ball in great field position 2 possessions in a row, you could be looking at 14-0, 10-0 early in this one, and that is worst case scenario for the Warriors. Leon does like the fake punt from time to time, but I'd be shocked. We already saw a failed flea flicker early in this game. I think you just got to punt this one away and see what happens. It's number 10, Josiah Galt, right back there to field the punt. Tully rolls out.
And
He will take it. Throws it and does not get it.
Oh, no.
What did we just talk about, Jamal? I cannot say that I agree with that.
I didn't agree with it at all. Like you were saying, definitely wanted to kick it there, punt it away, get it out of harm's way, and live this, fight another day. But it looks like they will give Wyoming great field position here, and they're gonna have to put up a defensive wall.
Yeah, I mean, that play is kind of an option. The quarterback can run, or he can just punt it away, whatever he feels is necessary, as Charlie Tully is the quarterback and the punter. But right there, I think you got to just tell him to punt the ball away. I mean, this is killer, giving Howard the ball back right in his wheelhouse of Mariemont territory. They will hand it off to Hancock on the touchdown earlier, but he is wrapped up well in the backfield by Will Sims, the senior.
What a beautiful play by Will Sims. Diagnoses the play and takes down number 24 there, Joel Hancock.
Jamal, another thing I'm realizing looking at the roster here, Jess Howard made some big plays on the defensive side of the ball tonight. Quade Howard, the Wyoming quarterback.
Brothers.
Simply speculation here, but definitely could be related, likely brothers for this Wyoming team. So a lot of family connections we're noticing early on.
Definitely.
For the Cowboys.
That's amazing.
Howard barking orders at his defense here. It's Galt at the bottom of your screen. He's looking to throw pretty deep here. Got a man, and it is batted away. What a great play by Stuart Wells, who had the interception last week. It was a really nice ball, to be honest with you, but good defense was able to win the battle that time.
Beautiful. The wide receiver there almost gets a little separation, gets past him, but great job by Wells there to deflect the pass, staying on the hips of the wide receiver. Beautiful play.
Yeah, I think it was Denham Miller, the receiver there. He had a burst of speed to get past Wells, got a step on him. And then we saw that floating ball from Quade that just couldn't quite get down in time.
If Quade had just a little bit more air under it, it may have been a completion.
Yeah. 3rd and long here. Howard rolls out right, makes a throw, This ball is caught, shoved out of bounds by Kutcher, and they have him out of bounds, incomplete. Really nice play by Tyler Kutcher there to force him out of bounds.
Tyler Kutcher, the senior DB there for the Mariemont Warriors. Beautiful play to push him out of bounds right before he gets the feet down. Amazing play. We'll see Kutcher lining up against the best that Wyoming has to offer at the receiver position.
I'll be honest, Jamal, on that replay, it looked like the receiver almost might have got a foot down, but no instant replays in high school football, so we're going to move right along to the punt. And it's Carter Rummer. I guess he just does all the kicking for this Cowboy team. Number 15, Davis Whitmore, back to return it, and they will boot this one into the bright lights at Kuzel Stadium. That's a really nice punt. Lands inside the 5 and hops into the end zone for a touchback. They couldn't quite get to it. It's a down in time, but a really nice ball from Rummer.
I love that stand from the defense there. Even though they give up the ball in great position for the Cowboys, the defense held firm. And Stuart Wells and Tyler Kutcher really making big plays for that defense.
Yeah, those type of plays they're going to need tonight, Jamal. I tell you what, people have been asking me all day, do I think Mariemont has a chance in this game? People just come to expect this to be a blowout because the Cowboys are so good. They've won so many games in a row. It's an Ohio State record. And I've said all day, Mariemont can hang with this team. The Cowboys, they lost C.J. Hester. They had some close games against Madeira and Reading early in the season. They're not quite as dominant as we're used to. This Warriors team's 4-3, big win last week. They've got the momentum. They've got quarterback Charlie Tully back. They're really talented. I think this could be a really good game. And there's no guarantees that the Cowboys come out on top tonight, but the Warriors have to make some big plays.
The Warriors are a very talented team led by Charlie Tully in the running for maybe CHL Player of the Year honors. And they're really going to have to step up to make a win happen here, but I do believe it is possible.
Yeah, now with plays like that, though, going nowhere on the design QB run. Now you got 2nd and long. Cowboys defense has looked like a formidable foe so far in this game. The Warriors have not really been able to do anything on them, which is pretty typical when it comes to Wyoming football.
Well, one thing I think the Warriors could do, you probably know what I'm going to say, get the ball to Cooper Naccioni.
Jamal's man. I mean, he loves Cooper Naccioni, and I can't blame him. I mean, the guy is taller than anyone else on the field at most times. Totally looking to throw, gets flushed out of the pocket, and is brought down right around the line of scrimmage by Jerry Myatt, the senior.
It's a beautiful play by Myatt. And right there, Charlie just has nowhere to go. This Wyoming defense is amazing.
Yeah, and you see the strategy from Mariemont earlier in this game. They're trying to play very aggressively. They had the flea flicker, went for a fake punt. They're throwing the ball down the field, and I really love it. I mean, Leon is fired up for this game. It's, arguably the biggest game of his coaching career, as we've said. So, I mean, it's justifiable, but you have to choose your chances to take your shots. Now we're going 5 wide, shotgun formation, empty backfield for Tully on 3rd and 9.
Oh, the pressure.
Unblocked.
The pressure's getting there, and he gets sacked.
Theo Ado came absolutely flying off the edge. No one even touched him on his way to the quarterback, and he comes up with the easiest sack of his football career.
Absolutely unblocked, just comes screaming off the end there until he's just wrapped up. Not much he can do. He doesn't have a second to think.
I mean, we got a great angle of it up here. I'm sure that initial camera shot did justice to it. I mean, I don't know if there was a man who came within 5 yards of Ado on the offensive line before he was wrapped at Tully. The first thing Charlie saw when he looked up was the defensive lineman just screaming off the edge. So this time the ball gets punted unsurprisingly. It's a pretty short punt. Comes down right near Glassmeyer, and the Cowboys, for the 3rd time tonight, will get the ball inside Mariemont territory with under 4 minutes to go in the quarter.
And things like this cannot happen. One thing they were going to have to be able to do was move the ball down the field to keep up with this high-powered smash mouth offense that Wyoming has built, and they haven't been able to do that. And so if they can pick it up on offense, I think they'll have a better chance right now. I
mean, we've talked about it already, Jamal. The keys you brought up to the game from Coach Leon: limit turnovers, limit penalties. First possession of the game, holding penalty, leads to an interception. Then they try and fake a punt, goes terribly wrong, turn it over on downs. Now they get backed up and sacked inside the 10-yard line. Wyoming with another great field position. These are the things that you just cannot have happen.
Looks like they went Wildcat here.
Yeah, they're going to go with the running play. He's got blockers up the field.
Lowers his
gets
shoulder.
Pushed out of bounds. It was Joel Hancock, who's already got a touchdown tonight, marching his way up the field. No one could tackle him.
he lowers the shoulder there at the end and knocks a Mariemont Warrior back. Beautiful run there. Aggression and just a burst of speed down the sideline. And the Cowboys right now are threatening to score, and that's something we can't, the Warriors can't have happen right now.
Yeah, really nice play design from Coach Hancock there. One of the greatest coaches in recent high school football history, really. I mean, obviously everyone knows about the win streak, but they've had multiple games in the last couple of years that, could have been close. Last year, the Madeira football team was really good. I think they were tied at halftime, and Wyoming dominated the second half. This year, Mariemont could be a scary game for Wyoming, and next week against Indian Hill is one to watch as they're going to throw it out wide on the curl route for Galt right there. He's going to get, I think, a first down. But as I was saying, that Indian Hill game next week, the Indian Hill team is a darn good football team. So is Mariemont. So these two games back-to-back, 2 of their last 3 games of the regular season, Hancock's got to do a lot of pre-gaming, a lot of film watching. He's got to get his team ready. It's not like they can just walk into these games and run the other team over. So a lot of the credit goes to the coaching staff when this stuff happens.
Definitely.
See that shot of the student section. These guys are looking for something to cheer for right now. They haven't had much tonight. It's Howard and Hancock in the backfield. Haven't seen much of Jackson Hamilton tonight. They're going to give it to Hancock again, and he is just dragging Warriors with him. He refuses to go down. It's taking 3 or 4 guys just to tackle him.
What a amazing run there. He runs through a couple guys and keeps his legs churning for extra yards. Look at this. He hands it off there, and Hancock just bowls over to
Glassmeyer, Warden, Sims, Tully all got hands on him before he decided that he was going to get tackled.
He shed Glassmeyer's tackle like it was nothing and bowls forward for a few extra yards.
Yeah, Finn Warden leads the team in tackles, 6th in the CHL, and he just shrugged him off like it was nothing. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. That shows you the sheer power of Hancock. Flags come in here for a false start, it looks like, so Wyoming will be backing up an uncharacteristic penalty on the Cowboys.
Yeah, this is something neither team can have happen. We're going to look for a clean game without many penalties, and whatever team has more penalties may be the losing team in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. About 1.5 minutes to go in this quarter of football. 2nd and about 7 for the Cowboys inside the 20-yard line, inside the red zone. And this is absolutely field goal range for Rummer from what we've seen so far tonight.
Looks like it was number 68 there that jumped, Aiden Pippin.
Yeah. Rolling out right, looking to throw. Got a man in the corner of the end zone. This ball's caught just short of the pylon. Was Dorian Fredericks on the catch. Actually a really nice tackle to keep him out of the end zone. Let's take another look at this.
Looks like it was Stuart Wells to bring him down there.
Yeah, when you're a coach, you don't teach him just stick that ball out over the pylon and then get yourself 6 points, but stops him short, and now Cowboys inside the 1-yard line here. They've got the 3-man backfield with Howard, Hancock, and Hamilton all back there, ready to run the ball in. And they do hand it off. Looks like it's Hancock for his 2nd touchdown of the night. He gets into the end zone.
It is too easy for Joel Hancock. He walks it off like it's nothing. He says, I do this. This is what I do.
Evidently so. I mean, feels like he's scoring on half of his touches so far tonight. This first quarter will likely come to an end with a 14-0 Cowboy lead, barring a kick return or a missed extra point, which I have to imagine is rare from Carter Rummer. This one is booted through again. I tell you what, we were talking about this pregame with our camera operators a little bit, about how just the little things that make teams like Wyoming so good, and it's stuff like this. You've just got a kicker who is so unbelievably reliable that you're getting a field goal if you want to send it out there. You're getting the extra point to get made. You don't have to think about, am I going to go for 2, am I going to go for 1, because you just know we've got a free point on the board with our kicker. I mean, this sort of stuff is just year after year what makes Wyoming so good, and it's actually really hard for small high school teams to find guys like this who can kick the ball through the uprights so consistently, but it's something that Wyoming's able to do year in, year out.
And previously in the year, we saw Williamsburg, who didn't have a solid kicker, and they went for 2 every time. And you can just imagine the strain that may have put on the offense and the coaching staff, knowing that they couldn't have a reliable kicker to send out there.
Yeah, if you have time this weekend to go back and watch the Mariemont-Williamsburg game that me and Jamal did a couple weeks ago. Genuinely probably the best football game I've ever seen in person. It was one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen. Mariemont did not get the win, but
it was a heart stopper for sure. Charlie Tilley with some late game heroics couldn't hold off.
J.J. Miller with some late game heroics for sure. I mean, that was back and forth all the way. Some of the more exciting plays you'll ever see in high school football. So hopefully the Warriors can equal that tonight and flip the coin and come out on the other side. It's Glassmeyer and Whitmore back to return the kick, as we always see for this Warriors team. It was a touchback last time from Rummer. Let's see what he does here. Little pooch kick to the right side. It's going to be Glassmeyer on the return. He's got some good blocks here. He's got an angle up the right side of the field. Here goes Glassmeyer up past the 50-yard line. That's a really nice play to get into Cowboy territory, and that can be the momentum shift the Warriors need.
Definitely, and you see him turn to the student section and say, yeah, I do this. And just a great return there by Ryan Glassmeyer.
Yeah, really nice job by Glassmeyer waiting for his blocks there. Cut it up the sideline. The kid's got tremendous speed, so he's got to take advantage of that when he can. I mean, Daniel Nelson, 6'3", 200 pounds. He's usually a lineman. He's got no chance to keep up with Glassmeyer. He's got to pick and choose his battles, and he picked the right ones there.
Beautiful speed there when turning the corner by Glassmeyer.
So 1st and 10 with 20 seconds left in the quarter here. Mariemont would love to move the chains and get a first down before the end of the first quarter. Duckwall gets the handoff, is wrapped up by a number of Wyoming linemen. Picks up 3 yards.
Woods on the play. 2nd and 7.
And if Mariemont can score here, I think they'll be in great position if they can hold Wyoming on their next drive, and then they can look to tie the game up.
So the first quarter comes to an end here. Kind of cut them all off. What were you going to say there?
It all starts with this drive right here. They have to get something going, and they have to score here.
7 seniors at Mariemont have been named National Merit Scholars.
Midfield here we have the National Merit Scholars of Mariemont High School being announced, along with Dr. Renner and Mr. Estep, the superintendent. You know, one thing about Mariemont, the academics are so good. All these guys are student athletes, so certainly love to see that along with the football game, the academic achievements of Mariemont students.
Clara Hampton, Ellie Urschel.
All right, we're going to cut to break here before we come back for the second quarter. Hope you're enjoying ICRC's coverage of Mariemont football.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
All right, back live here. Fields have been switched for the Warriors. 2nd and 7 to begin the second quarter. Tully's going to hand it off to Duckwall, and he is wrapped up yet again. And it was Jess Howard who fell on top of him at the end of the play. I mean, the Warriors, without the Lupien twins, I mean, the line is still pretty solid. You got Micah Ramotka in there playing center this week. Lawson Wade, obviously the best lineman, arguably in the CHL, but it's going to be so hard for them to gain yards on the ground. They need some special stuff to happen in the passing game, and so far, they really haven't been able to generate those big plays.
It looks like Coach Leone is a little hesitant to switch to maybe more of an air raid offense right now. We're going to look for him to make that switch soon or get the running game going.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, though, when you got guys like Billy Lyons and Justin Robinson out there. These guys are incredible in pass coverage. He's going to throw to the sideline here. It's Whitmore. We highlighted in pregame. He's got a first down here. Is thrown out of bounds by number 20, Andre Woods, but not before picking up the first down and some.
Definitely. We're going to look for a lot of him tonight. Him and my guy Cooper Naccioni getting a lot of passes.
Yeah, really nice ball here from Tully. Puts it right on the sideline into the pocket of Whitmore. Turns upfield, makes the first man miss, and Warriors deep into Cowboy territory for the first time tonight.
They have to capitalize here, though. They can't become complacent.
Yeah, 5 wide, empty backfield for Tully, probably looking to throw it again. QB power up the middle here. He's got a first down, really nice burst of speed. And another first down for the Warriors. Here we go, Jamal.
Hard tackle there at the end. Scared me just a little bit, but yeah, great move there by Tully. And I really love the kind of leader he is. He really is a voice of this Mariemont Warriors squad.
Yeah, they had 5 wide and then open up a huge hole up the middle as Charlie Tully runs through it. Really nice blocking by the offensive line. I'm sure that's one they practice all the time, and it feels good to pull it off.
Looks like it was QB Quade Hauer on the tackle.
Whitmore, bottom of your screen. It's Glassmeyer and Walton at the top of your screen. They're going to go with the handoff to Duckwall. Trucking forward, but still only picking up 2 or 3 yards there.
Duckwall pulls some Cowboys with him that time. Huge strength there from Duckwall.
Yeah, Duckwall, really good multi-sport athlete. Plays baseball in the spring. He's a catcher. Big dude, really strong, really athletic. So tough to bring him down. Every time you see the Cowboys making a tackle, just know the kind of physical strain that's putting on them to bring down number 4 Max Duckwall. Patrick Sweeney, the senior, at the bottom of your screen this time. Tully's going to roll out in the opposite direction to the right, though. Throws over top to Glassmeyer. He's got a first down. Gets near the pylon inside the 5. First down Warriors. And we're looking at possibly 6 points getting put on the board.
Looks like Mariemont may have figured it out through the air right here. A beautiful play there by Charlie Tully, showing patience and accuracy on that throw.
Really nice blocking from Andrew Duckwall there to keep the Cowboy defender out of his quarterback's face. Glassmeyer comes off the field after a hard-earned 10 yards. Tully and Duckwall in the backfield here. They're going to hand it off to Duckwall, stuffed at the line of scrimmage and brought down.
Duckwall gets about halfway there. Myatt on the play, 2nd and goal.
So once again, run game not doing much, especially in this part of the field where Wyoming virtually knows that you're going to try and hand it off on first down. I think you got to go with a little bootleg action or play action if you want any chance to find the end zone.
What Mariemont does a lot when they get on the goal line is the wildcat to Finn Warden.
Yep.
And he'll push it through. He's more of a third down back, more of a bigger back that can push through a lot of guys.
Yeah, same formation here. Actually, the exact same. Whitmore, Naccioni, Duckwall, Tully out there in the skill positions. And they run the same play, and it's Duckwall with a burst of speed. Great blocking, touchdown Warriors, and they're on the board.
Beautiful play by Duckwall, a burst of speed as soon as he sees the hole open, and he's got 6.
So Mariemont now lining up for the extra point, trying to cut to the lead in half of the Cowboys. That's a really big possession. We talked about them needing to get on the board at some point, and they did it right there. Extra point is good from Kutcher, despite him nearly topping the kick. Came out super low, but all that matters is it got through the uprights.
Tyler Kutcher's a very reliable kicker. He won't miss many.
Oh, and it was actually Will Shatui with the kick there. I don't know why they went to Shatui instead of Kutcher. Normally we're used to seeing Kutcher, the very reliable extra point man out there. But it was the freshman Will Shatui who took that kick. I don't know. I don't have the backstory there, to be honest with you, Jamal. But either way, there's 7 points on the board for the Warriors. Cowboys will be getting the ball back with a 1-touchdown lead.
They may be trying to preserve Kutcher, maybe keep him fresh throughout the game because he has to guard these great Cowboy receivers.
Yeah, I never even thought that it'd be something you got to ask Coach Leone, who's the kicker going into this week. It's always been Tyler Kutcher, but we're not going to question the reasons of the Mariemont head football coach. Seems like he knows what he's doing out there. The freshman was able to boot that one through. As now it's Shatui again to take the kickoff. This is a pretty nice kick. It's going to be a touchback. Pretty good leg power from the freshman there. He plays soccer as well, so obviously he knows how to kick it around a little bit, but Who me and Jamal are sitting up here looking at each other trying to figure out why Kutcher is not out there like he's been for every game of the last 7 this year. Going to be something to follow up with the coaching staff after the game for sure, but that's what they're working with tonight.
The only thing I have for that is maybe they're trying to preserve Kutcher. That's the only thing I have for it.
I mean, my response to that would probably be that I don't know how much energy you spend kicking. I mean, it's like 3 steps, then a kick. So I can't imagine you'd be getting that tired, but quick shot of the student section here. These people are ready to go on homecoming weekend. Would love to see a stop from their Warrior football team here. We have a flag here. Warriors are saying it was a jump, and it is. False start.
And one thing I forgot to mention is number 1, DJ Gray for the Wyoming Cowboys. One of their best receivers is not playing in this game. He is out.
Yeah, he's leading the team in receptions, 3rd in the CHL in receiving yards. So definitely a big, big missing piece for them. We saw him walking around pregame, had the uniform on, but didn't have any sort of football equipment, so not even a chance that he gets into the game tonight.
Saw him grabbing some snacks before the game, getting ready to go to war with his guys.
Can't say that I blame him, Jamal. If I was her, the first thing I'd do is go grab some snacks from the concession stand. They hand it off to Hancock here, gets to the outside. Shrugs off Glassmeyer and gets a first down. Joel Hancock having himself quite the game here. Was not really on the scouting report as a guy to watch in the run game. It was much more Jackson Hamilton, but Hancock's been finding the hole so far.
Yeah, I didn't see this coming at all. It's usually going to be Jackson Hamilton who is taking most of the snaps at running back, but he may be a little injured, a little banged up, so maybe the workload has been switched to Joel Hancock.
Yeah, dropping back to throw here. Going deep, a floating pass is dropped. Wide open was Josiah Galt. I don't want to say wide open, but he definitely had a step or two, and the ball fell right into the basket. What a great ball from Howard. He just couldn't hang on.
You know, Will, I would love to, you know, be able to say he wasn't wide open, but he was wide open.
He was. I mean, the defender was not disrupting that catch, I'll tell you that.
He was at least, like you said, 2, maybe 3 steps on that DB.
You know Josiah's going to be beating himself up for that one, but he's got to make up for it soon.
Definitely, and I love this play design there.
Yeah, a little wildcat.
It was a wildcat, but he kind of faked the snap there and ran out to block. Quade Howard did.
Yeah.
I love that from head coach Aaron Hancock.
Yeah, get about halfway to the line again. Going to be 3rd and 5. You know, but going back to that point about Jackson Hamilton, the normal running back, a lot of these guys for Wyoming are playing both sides. So, you know, they could be trying to use him more on the defensive side of the ball tonight. Could be a little banged up, like Jamal said. Who really knows? But when you've got high school football teams that play so many guys on defense and offense, you just want to make sure that at least one side of the ball is covered for those guys. 3rd and 5 here from their own 38-yard line. Pass is thrown over the middle, and Galt has it broken up again. It's Tyler Kutcher in coverage. Really nice play, and Galt with 2 semi-drops on that possession.
The first one was definitely not a semi-drop. That was a full drop.
That one was a semi-drop.
That one was a semi-drop. Beautiful coverage there by Ty Kutcher, and he's got those long arms. He gets in there and disrupts the pass.
Yeah, esteemed kicker Carter Rummer comes out tonight. I mean, having not seen every kicker in the CHL so far this year, I'd have to say this kid's the best. I mean, he was bombing field goals and worms. All of his punts so far have been super solid. Glassmeyer back to return this one. Kind of wobbly this time. Gets a funky bounce, and it's Whitmore in the backfield. He won't even try and touch that one. Really nice punt. Down close to the 20-yard line. It's about a 60-yard flippage of the field there for Rummer, so he'll be happy walking off of the sidelines.
What you don't want if you're Whitmore is to touch the ball and get a muffed ball and give the ball back to Wyoming.
Especially when the ball's moving like that in the air. It had some strange spin on it. It wasn't perfectly end over end. Hard to predict how that one's going to bounce, and I guarantee they tell him every single week, if you're going to catch that punt, you better know you can catch that punt.
One thing you don't want to do is give Wyoming the football in that kind of territory.
Yeah.
And so a great decision there by Whitmore.
Mariemont with a chance to equalize here if they can find the end zone on this possession. 5 wide, Tully alone in the backfield. Throw short to Glassmeyer. He's wrapped up pretty quickly, but still gets about 5 yards. It was number 55, Deuce Wiley, who had the tipped pass leading to an interception earlier in the game.
And right there, you might think Charlie knew where he was going with the football before he snapped the ball, got it out super quick.
Yeah.
He already had his pre-snap reads in.
5 wide again. So looks like, as Jamal predicted, going a little bit more to the air this time. Not even threatening to run the ball with Duckwall. Great blocking from the Warriors, but great coverage downfield. Eventually he finds Glassmeyer, who's pushed out of bounds by number 7, Jalen Dukes. That's a big first down and a big completion for the Warriors.
Glassmeyer is everywhere in this game already, and a beautiful catch there on the sideline. You see Tully, he's got a lot of time in the pocket there, and then he gets free and just completes a beautiful ball down the field.
Yeah, really nice play, improvising from the quarterback. Great route by Glassmeyer to find his way open down the field after the play had kind of been broken up. Once again, an empty backfield. So clearly Coach Leon has adjusted the strategy on the offensive side of the ball.
Definitely. If you look at the bottom there, you have number 12 for Wyoming lined up with Cooper Naccioni.
Glassmeyer trips in the open field, but still picks up 5 yards. Going to be second and medium inside Cowboy territory for the Warriors, so not a bad play.
And like I was saying, Justin Robinson's going to be lined up with Cooper Naccioni all night. Naccioni's a great wide receiver, and Robinson has 3 interceptions on the year.
They're actually going to mark him right at the 50-yard line, so not quite into Cowboy territory yet. Tully gets the snap, looking to throw. Gets flushed out of the pocket early, but picks up a first down and gets pushed out of bounds after getting about 15 on the run. And now they're into Cowboy territory.
They're moving the ball well on this drive. And if they can keep this up and continue moving the ball like this, they have a great chance in this football game.
Yeah, I'm sure this has got to shake Wyoming just a little bit. The fact that you were up 14-0, probably felt like you were going to dominate this one. And all of a sudden, here come the Warriors. Touchdown run by Duckwall. Now Tully really taking over the game on this possession. So we see Tully and Walton having some words. Walton told me they have a play for him to go catch like a 10-yard out route. They ran it last week against Madeira. It worked well. He's in the game here in that slot receiver position. We'll see if they go to him. He ran the route, but Tully took it up the middle himself and picked up another first down. They cannot stop Charlie Tully on the ground.
And sometimes you bring in Walton for blocking purposes as well. He's a huge body there. And then that being a QB design run, they may have brought him in for blocking purposes. He's huge. He's got a great base. Walton does, and he's a great blocking wide receiver.
Please gather by the bell right now.
See Hunter Metz lining up there. He was hurt last week against Madeira, but has made a strong recovery to be back this week. He was not going to. They're going to stick with it.
And we've seen him have explosive run games, specifically going back to that Williamsburg game. He had huge runs. He ran about a 60-yard touchdown, would you say?
Yeah.
Going just a huge play to deflate the Williamsburg defense. And then he had a game-tying, it may have been to take the lead, actually, touchdown.
Whitmore catches the screen pass, doesn't go anywhere with it, though. It's going to be
Tully to Whitmore. Taken down by Jess Howard.
3rd down for the Warriors. 3rd and 4 is the official mark. 3rd down for the Warriors. 3rd and 4 is the official marking. Max Duckwall has not entered the field of play on this drive. As prolific a runner as he is, I think this is the right decision. They're having way more success with Tully in the run game and in the air than they are handing it off to Duckwall. Walton runs an out route. He was open. Tully doesn't give it to him. Instead looks over the middle, and the pass is broken up by Billy Lyons, the really tall safety for the Cowboys.
And right there, you have to give it to Walton there. You have to get it out to him. You have to see him. Tully running through his progressions, never got over to Walton.
Yeah, just never even looked at the right side of the field. And Walton had some room to run if he was able to get the football over there. I think they're going for it here, Jamal. What do you think of this decision?
I love this decision. Be a little aggressive. Take a shot here. It's not horrible field position if they don't get it. So I think this is a great decision with only 3 minutes left here.
Yeah, Leon's actually going to take a timeout and just talk this one over, which I think is a good call. You want to make sure you get the best play in that you can in this situation. You cannot, I mean, I don't say you can't afford to turn the ball over if that does end up happening, but ideally you wouldn't. You really think this is a huge momentum play near the end of the half. If they want to pick up this first down, it would go a long way in this football game.
If they get this, it would be a huge killer for the Wyoming defense. They have to stay on the field longer. They're tired. Legs may be getting a little heavy. This would be a killer for them.
Five wide again on 4th and 5. Here we go. Let's see what Leon's got drawn up here. Duckwall throws a man to the ground on the block. Tully looking to throw. What a catch by Davis Whitmore. On his head, keeps his feet in. That is an incredible play from the senior.
A head tap moment there for Whitmore. Goes up and gets it. Tully puts it where only Whitmore can get it. A beautiful play there by Whitmore.
Yeah, let's take another look. This is a great throw and a better catch from Whitmore. Just has nothing open. And this is actually the earlier broken up pass. But geez, that catch was something from Whitmore. That's a huge first down. It's going to be first down and goal inside the 10-yard line.
On his head, as the kids say today.
As the kid said, you're not one of the kids there.
I'm not
You're
one of the
referring
kids.
to the other kids that say that. Okay.
The other kids.
Yeah. Now, for the first time tonight, we see Warden in that shark formation, or is what they call it. It's really known as the Wildcat in common football. Down near the 5-yard line is Warden. Cue the replay this time. We've got the Whitmore catch coming right up. I mean, look at this. I don't know how he keeps his feet in or catches the football. I mean, yeah, he got up in a hurry right there.
What a beautiful play there.
You can see the bench in the background just going crazy, and I don't blame him.
That's an epic catch, and like I said, that's a killer for the Wyoming defense.
Yeah.
Not only did they pick up the 4th down, but it was a momentum swing. I mean, it was a huge catch.
Yeah, you have to turn this into 6 points if you're the Warriors. This would be killer if you get stopped near the goal line.
And one thing I want to talk about is the future for the Mariemont Warriors. One player that they have is Owen Betcher.
Yeah.
Who's going to step into that? Well, I would assume is going to step into that starting QB role next year. They have young wide receivers like Evan List.
Yeah.
Very speedy wide receiver. We saw him. I don't mean to keep going back to the Williamsburg game. We saw him catching kickoffs and punts.
Returns, yeah.
So Leon definitely sees some upside with number 13, Evan List.
Yeah, he's been hurt in the last couple of weeks. I'm unsure if he's cleared to go this week. Wouldn't really be a big deal. He really only gets in for the kickoffs. But as Jamal was saying, really a big asset down the road for Mariemont. All right, Finn Warden joins Tully in the backfield here. Right about the 6-yard line on 2nd and goal. Rolls out right, looking to throw. He's got nothing, barely gets rid of it. It was Deuce Wiley who nearly got the Tully, but Tully was able to throw it away in the direction of Glassmeyer before he got sacked, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
It was almost an accurate throw there from Tully.
Yeah.
If you just had a little bit more time, you may have been able to get it to Glassmeyer there. Feels like we've been talking about Deuce Wiley a lot today.
Yeah, certainly.
He also wasn't in our keys for the game, but he's shown up tonight, and he's really playing his heart out for the Cowboys.
Yeah, a number of Cowboys on the defensive side of the ball making some big plays. Lyons, Wiley. Obviously, Hauer. Even Feldmeyer getting in on some tackles early. Tully looking to throw. Dumps it down to his man, Glassmeyer. Wrapped up right around the 1 yard line, not quite into the end zone. And it's 4th and goal, and I would bet a lot of money that Leon goes for this one.
Right here, you have to. Glassmeyer is down and hurt.
Yeah, I'll take another look at it. He got really close to the end zone, kind of got sandwiched between the two defenders. Might have twisted an ankle or something. He went down immediately.
And that's huge for the Warriors. They've been using him a lot.
Glassmeyer is able to walk off the field in his own power. Always good to see. Now hits into a little bit of a jog, actually. So
maybe I've gotten the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah. Good point, Jamal. I mean, this is really good to see. I would not be surprised at all if he re-enters the game at some point.
He doesn't look wobbled at all.
No, definitely looked like he was moving pretty well after that. Gives the head nod to the coach, which is always a good sign. Hopefully he gets back in the game soon. But the more pressing matter is the 4th and 1 play for the Warriors. Cowboys defense is ready to make a stop. The Warriors offense is ready to tie this ball game up.
Quite honestly, one thing I'd love to see is a Philadelphia Eagles style QB sneak.
Oh man.
As the Eagles call it, the tush push.
The brotherly shove is the other one I've
The brotherly shove there.
One thing people don't know about high school football, though, when they do that and they have the fullback and the running back come up and push Jalen Hurts from behind, that is not legal in high school football. So you're allowed to QB sneak, and they can do that. But you cannot have someone come up and push your quarterback from behind. That's a flag. It happened to Finneytown 2 weeks ago here at Mariemont. They tried to run the play, and they had the running back come up behind him and just give him that shove over the line, and they got called for it. So it is something to be careful for. It's hard to run that play super effectively. So I don't know that it's going to be the best call here. I thought for a second you were going to call in the Philly special from the Super Bowl a couple years ago. That would be a play and a half out of Coach Leone in this one.
I think it could work with the way they've been using Glassmeyer. And we'll obviously have Cooper Nachione. That would be able to catch it if you need him to.
Top of your screen right now. Could go up high with the fader out to him. That seems unlikely. Under center, and they do go with the quarterback sneak.
And he's going to...
And the ball is out. Wyoming has it. We'll see what they call. I think he might have been in the end zone, Jamal.
I think he might have been across. It looks like the refs are discussing. I definitely don't think that the fumble should count.
There's no way he wasn't in the end zone. So let's take another look at this.
He's
wow,
not down.
Actually,
he is not down. He did not get across.
I'm not going to lie to you, Jamal. Looking at the replay the second time, it looked like his lower half was moving forward, but the Wyoming defense did a really good job knocking back his upper half that had the football. It was bang, bang, but I don't know that it's as blatant of a missed call as some people might think. He might not have got in. Not 100% sure there. I can tell you one thing, people in the press box were not happy. They thought he was miles into the end zone. But on second look, referees might have been more correct than some people may have think. Let's give the guy some credit.
Definitely hurts for Mariemont to come away from that drive with 0 after all the heroics.
Push that out of bounds is Hauer. Can't imagine Wyoming can try anything super special here with under a minute left.
And they
let's take another look at this, Jamal. We were trying to analyze it earlier. So Tully's lower half moves forward a lot, but look at them kind of stuff his upper half, then push him sideways. And then the ball comes out. It was stripped by number 20, Andre Woods. That is bang, bang, absolutely.
And the refs broke down the play perfectly. He did not get in, and he was not down on that fumble recovery.
Nice completion there up the field. It's Jalen Dukes on the catch.
And it does look like Glassmeyer is back in the game. Great
yeah,
to
I love
see
to see
it.
that. Just shows you, Jamal. I mean, people in the press box thought they had a better view of the referees from all the way up here. They were screaming that it was a touchdown.
But upon further review.
Upon further review from the commentators, I think they might have had that one correct. He was not down, as Jamal said, and he did not get into the end zone. Howard steps up. Howard runs it, needs to get out of bounds here, and he does.
Howard had a burst of speed there, but he was totally contained.
Yeah, 15 seconds left into the quarter, in the half.
Mariemont walking away down 7 here it's not great, but it's not the worst case scenario. If they can stop Wyoming, who does receive the ball, if I'm not mistaken, out of the second half, then I think they'll be in great position.
Yeah, Wyoming, as Jamal said, does get the ball in the second half. So if they score here, it'd be devastating. That'd be quite the turn of events if Mariemont gets stopped on the 1-yard line and then turns around and gets points scored on them.
We've seen crazier things.
We have seen crazier things.
Like
Howard,
at Williamsburg.
nothing down the field. And oh my goodness, Davis Whitmore had it right in his chest and couldn't hang on. That would have been huge. Oh my goodness.
He had a lane. If he picks that ball off, he might have taken that for 6.
Jamal, I'm tempted to say that would have definitely been 6. I mean, let's take another look at it. I mean, Howard's trying to go over the middle.
Howard forces it.
Yeah, he does force it. Underthrows it a lot, and Whitmore just it hits him in the numbers.
No need to really force that pass there. He could have either just taken the sack or thrown it away. Throwing it into covers there is not the best decision.
7 seconds left. We'll see if they even do anything here on 3rd down. They are trying to throw it. And it's batted down by Will Sims with 2 seconds to go. I'm sure this will just be a punt out of bounds.
Big loss. Oh, sorry.
Or just a throw out of bounds. Peyton Manning loves this play. They could roll out right and just launch them all into the stands and end the half, which they could try here. Really nice play by Will Sims to break that one up.
It looked like it was big loss in weight there on the pressure.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that coming at you.
Timeout is called. I'm not really sure why. I don't know what monumental thing they have to talk over that's going to happen in the next 2 seconds of this football game. I would very much think someone just knees the ball or throws it out of bounds when we head to halftime. But you never know in high school football, man.
You know, I'm tempted to say if I saw Lawson Wade coming at me full speed, I may just quit football. You know, that is a tough sight to see.
There's a reason I don't play football, Jamal. If anyone's seen the clip of, this is a bit of a, I don't know if anyone from Cincinnati has seen this, but there's a great clip out there of Geno Smith, the Seahawks quarterback, screaming in fear of Aaron Donald when he's running at him and he just throws the ball away. I mean, Aaron Donald is a scary guy.
You don't want to see a big defensive lineman coming for you full speed.
No, that's a scary thing. His only job is to tackle you. Think about that, Jamal. His only job is to tackle you.
His
that's
job
scary.
is to inflict as much pain upon you as humanly possible.
So it is going to be Howard out here. Nachioni's way in the backfield. I'm interested to see what's going to happen here. I kind of hope it's the rollout play that I talked about, just in honor of Peyton Manning. And he's actually going to run the football. Maybe by some miracle he scores a touchdown here, but that's not going to happen.
Oh, my goodness.
He goes down. And we have...
And being aggressive.
Great shot of our junior class head to the float as they're going to ride around at halftime. But let's go back to some game highlights here. So we see Howard right here. I think this is the first touchdown of the night on the handoff to Hancock, the coach's kid. And he scores a touchdown. Some interference from the basketball coach there, slapping me across the head as I try to commentate this football game. Second Hancock touchdown is what we see here, and then here's the Duckwall touchdown. So all the running backs getting their fair share of fantasy points tonight in the touchdowns. Student section going crazy. It's the senior class at the bottom.
And you can see multiple basketball players there.
Yeah, so as we head into the tunnel here, we will go to commercial break for the remainder of the half. And we will see you for the beginning of the second half where the Cowboys will receive the football as they try and extend the win streak to 75 straight regular season games.
That leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try and to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
You're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from One Log Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home.
that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
What are you doing in there?
What's that? I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I spend with them, it doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try and to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At ICRC-TV, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Baby, you see, you're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
doing?
Hey, Mason.
Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I'm an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
Welcome back to Cousel Stadium, everybody. We are currently in the midst of an epic football game between the Wyoming Cowboys and the Mariemont Warriors. Wyoming leads at 14-7 right now. They will be receiving the second half kickoff. We're throwing it in some first half highlights. Jamal, walk us through some of these touchdowns.
Well, right there you got Joel Hancock running in for a touchdown. Joel Hancock goes for a second touchdown. On this next clip we have, he's been everywhere tonight. And then you have Max Duckwall getting in for a touchdown. The running back's really getting a lot of work here.
Then the most controversial play tonight, I would say, is Charlie Tully borderline being in the end zone, but ruled short. He ended up fumbling, and Wyoming was able to recover the football with minimal time left in the first half. Could have been a huge turning point in this one. If you're just joining us, the Wyoming Cowboys are looking to continue a 74-game regular season win streak. They have not lost a game in the regular season since 2015. I believe that was to Reading. They recently passed the record previously set by Moeller's team in, what were the years? I believe it was 1978 to 1985 was the previous record, but Wyoming has now surpassed that for most consecutive wins in regular season history. But Mariemont has given them a bit of a scare here tonight, Jamal. A couple injuries for both sides. Not at 100%, but guys are giving it everything they have. It's homecoming game for the Warriors. The homecoming dance is tomorrow. Cousel Stadium is packed. It's rocking. It's excited. And I hoad we have a great finish headed our way.
Yeah, these guys are really making a push to knock off Wyoming here. They've had great defense, but some of their offensive struggles toward the beginning of the game. You know, Tully throws that interception. He's been sacked a few times. Line has been a little shaky at times. If they can solve their offense, I feel like they can really make a push to win this game here.
Break from ICRC's coverage of Mariemont football. We will be back right after this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Hell, like, we are back here from Kusel Stadium. Me and Jamal were just finishing talking about that play from the first half that we showed you a minute ago of Charlie Tully nearly breaking the plane. It's going to be a talking point around here for a long time if Mariemont does not come out with a win tonight. But they got to move on. I'm sure Leon gave him a speech at halftime about moving on, moving past it. It's Will Shatui to send the kick away to Wyoming to start the second half. This ball's kind of fumbled near the goal line, but they're going to end up taking it out. Got some blocks, breaks at the middle of the field. Finn Warden gets a hand on him, but he's still moving. Flag is down on the play. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, I heard a little yelling up here in the press box by some of the coordinators. Maybe they saw something, and as Will said, there's laundry on the field.
Holding Cowboys.
Holding on the Cowboys. This will be coming back a little bit. Quade Hauer, the star of this Wyoming Cowboys team, is going to be making his way back onto the field. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast only 2 interceptions on the year and 8 touchdowns. He is yet to go for a touchdown tonight. Hancock's been scoring all the points for the Cowboys, but he has never even been in danger of throwing an interception. Could have had a big play complete to Josiah Galt in the first half, but he dropped a bomb. That one would have gone for at least 30 yards, possibly 6, but now they got to fire up the offense to start the second half. Rolling out right is Hancock. He's going to run for it. Slips past Warden and gets pushed forward by Lawson Wade and gets past the first down markers.
Amazing technique there. Warden doesn't miss a lot of tackles. He's 6th in the CHL, as mentioned previously, and that's a great move to get past Warden. Not an easy task.
Yeah, one thing we for sure noticed early is the running game of the Cowboys has been far more effective than the running game of the Warriors. They've had to almost completely abandon Duckwell on the ground, who's usually so efficient, whereas the Cowboys have been handing off to Hancock all night, and they will continue to do so in the second half.
Tully has been able to scramble just a little bit, in the backfield.
Yeah, wildcat for Hancock here. Escapes 2 tacklers, makes Naccioni miss. Eventually gets out for about 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3 after Warden brings him down.
And he's just having tremendous luck running the ball right now, and there's really no reason to come away from it. We knew they were going to be a smash-mouth running kind of team, and they're playing true to that.
Yeah, he's no C.J. Hester, but he's looking awfully good out there right now.
C.J. Hester was a different kind of animal.
Yeah, that guy ran for 322 yards against Mariemont last year at Wyoming. He's now at Western Michigan playing football for those boys. Handoff to Hancock here, and they just cannot stop him. We were expecting to see a lot of Jackson Hamilton in the run game tonight, the sophomore, but he has not been doing much. He's been a lot more on the defensive side of the ball tonight. Maybe that's the scouting thing that Coach Hancock had coming into this one, but it's been his son, Joel, who has been doing the heavy lifting.
Definitely. The only reason that I can come up with for them using Hancock so much is that, like you said, they're using Hamilton more on the defensive side.
Mariemont's screaming about something. I think they might have thought that the ball came out on a fumble there, but the referees rule him down.
And Warden is not happy about it.
Here again on the play. Ball came out, but runner ruled down. 2nd
Yeah, runner was ruled down on the play despite the coaching staff screaming for a fumble. Here's another look at it. Hancock gets the handoff right at the end of the play. He kind of gets stood up, ruled down. Yeah, I think he was definitely had that knee down. Another wildcat snap to Hancock and another first down for the young man. Junior Joel Hancock is having himself a game so far. I really like that play they run where they line up Howard under center, or in the shotgun rather, and he kind of fakes the snap and aborts to the blocking game, and then Hancock takes over and brings the ball up the sideline.
Yeah, that's a beautiful play design. And I was talking about it in the first half, and they've doubled down on it. Doubled down on it since the start of the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Nearly into Mariemont territory here, eating a lot of time off the clock already in this third quarter. Howard will hand it off again. Hancock, not as many yards on the ground that time, but still another positive gain for the Cowboys. Senior Michael Curran on the tackle there. He's had some big plays for the Warriors so far. A couple big sacks, tackles for loss. Seems like he comes up with about 1 or 2 of those a game from what I've seen.
Yeah, and what the Warrior defense is really missing right now is Jack Simpson.
Yeah, absolutely. Guy has a lot of sacks for him this year. They go with the screen pass to Hancock this time. He will have a first down. Shout out to Jess Howard, just pancaked Finn Warden, I believe it was, on that play for the screen. Really set up the gain for Hancock.
And Naccioni looks to be in pain here.
Let's get another look at this one. See on the right side of your screen, look at Howard just clear the path for his running back. That's really nice. Perfect blocking technique from the junior.
And this defense has to be tired here. This is a really grinded out drive for the Cowboys.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways the second half can go, and the energy the Cowboys have come out with this so far, this is just deflating the Mariemont defense. It's going to be hard to come back from this if they cannot keep them out of the end zone here. Looking to throw this time. Throws it deep. Got to step on Whitmore. What a play by Davis Whitmore to break up the pass. It was Denham Miller who looked like he had a walk-in touchdown after that throw, but Davis Whitmore gets a hand down, makes a fantastic play.
I mean, the pass is just a little bit underthrown. We've seen an underthrown ball from Howard now at least twice here. And he's got to put a little bit more air under the ball because he did have a step on him. That would have been a walk-in touchdown.
Or a little bit less air under the ball. It seems like he's just throwing these kind of high rainbows. I don't know if he doesn't have really the arm strength to throw it more on a line, but it seems like that's allowing the Mariemont cornerbacks to catch up to the ball a little bit in the air and get a piece of it. It's going to be third down and about 5 here for the Cowboys. Have to think this is 4-down territory as well.
Definitely. And you can see that the Cowboy receivers are getting a step on the DBs.
Yeah.
However, like you said, the rainbow ball may not be what you need. You're going to have to throw on the line. You're going to have to get it to these receivers.
Howard and Hancock in the backfield, 4 receivers out. They put Andre Woods in motion, bring him into the tight end position, hand it off to Hancock. Slips past Glassemeyer and has a first down, and he's still moving. It's pushed out of bounds by Cooper Naccioni. Joel Hancock just refuses to be brought down out there.
He is having an amazing game. And if you look at the replay, he is running all over this Mariemont defense, makes Glassemeyer miss, breaks a few tackles.
Sweeney gets a big hit on him, and then he breaks that one before Naccioni eventually gets him out of bounds. I mean, he busted at least 3 tackles there.
And the defense at this point has got to be thinking bend but don't break. If you give up a field goal, all right, you can't give up a touchdown here.
Yeah, touchdown here would be absolutely deflating. We've already had almost half the time in this third quarter tick away. 6.5 minutes to go, 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Howard's going to keep it. He's going to have space to run. Flag is going to be thrown.
Flag on the play.
Looks like this one might be coming back. We got holding on the Cowboys. Warriors catch a break.
Definitely. That did not look good for him. And that would have been deflating for this defense here, as he just had a wide open lane.
Oh, yeah, number 5 right there, Denham Miller. Looked like he was grabbing a hold of Finn Warden right there.
Downfield, which makes it 1st and 13 for Wyoming.
First and 15, I want to say it is here. They've got it spotted at 13 on the field. Howard, and this time it is Hamilton in the backfield with him. We'll see if they give it to him. Oh, they fake the pitch to him, and Howard's going to keep it. Glassmeyer with a nice form tackle there. That's low man wins is what they always say, and he got low that time, not trying to hit him up around the head or anything like that.
Howard tried to truck him over, but Glassmeyer keeps his balance and puts him down.
Yeah, 2nd down and long here as Howard looks to the bench for the play call. See what Aaron Hancock sends in.
And the Cowboys have taken up almost all of this 3rd quarter on this drive alone.
Yeah, already 5.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter, which is a lot of time being taken off the clock. We're approaching a 7-minute possession out of the Cowboys here. Howard drops back, has a man. We're going to get pass interference on Ryan Glassmeyer, no doubt about it. He was beat. He held the jersey. We're going to get this one moving 15 yards forward, and I believe it will be an automatic 1st down. Yeah, I was taking a look at it, Jamal. I mean, I could see it in real time. Yeah, he just hooks the arm of Andre Woods.
That definitely would have been a completion and maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, maybe even a smart play from Glassmeyer. I mean, he was, yeah, you're right. Jamal's right. That was a free touchdown, basically, if he doesn't make that play. So 1st and 10, but it is 1st and goal. The goal is the line to gain. Handoff up the middle, gets to about the 5-yard line for the Cowboys.
Curran on the tackle for the Warriors. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Bunch set at the left side of the field here. We'll see if they utilize that or they just go to Hancock again. They will give to Hancock. Gets close to the goal line. He will be marked short. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Bringing in the extra blockers, it's A.J. Williams, the junior, enters his way into the game. Sorry, the freshman enters his way into the game. That's quite the feat for the freshman to be starting on the offensive line. He comes in for some extra blocking support as they try and punch this one in.
Yeah, it looks like they're going with 2 backs.
Yeah, it's Howard and Hamilton in the backfield here, along with Hancock, who they give it to. But Finn Warden is all over it. Big play from the junior, and we'll see what Wyoming does here. Decision time for Coach Hancock.
And that's what Finn Warden does. A great, precise, clean tackle. I mean, he just gets to that line like he's seen this play a million times.
Yeah, that's really nice. And it looks like Howard is staying on the field along with Hancock here.
This could be a turning point if they get a stop here. I mean, that's a great bend, don't break moment for the defense.
Yeah, I mean, you know they got a reliable field goal kicker, but they're really trying to punch it in. Make it a 2-possession game here, a 2-touchdown game, I should say. Play clock is running down. 5 seconds, 3 seconds to snap it. Direct snap,
They're not going to get it.
They're not going to get it. They're not even going to get close. Big play from the Mariemont defense. Davis Whitmore was all over it. The Warriors are fired up, folks.
And if you can hear that, how bad does Mariemont want this win tonight here, Will?
Really bad, Jamal, is my only answer for you. The student section is excited, the defense is excited. They direct snap to Hancock, and Finn Warden got first touch on him, and then it was Whitmore finishing the job. Lawson Wade was all over it too. Big collective defensive effort. Warriors are going to get the ball back deep in their own territory, but they have a chance to tie the ball game up.
They want a win really badly. They don't want to go down. You know, let them get 75 regular season games in a row. Let's see if they can put 7 on the board here.
And as we said, they called it. Mariemont thinks it'll be the, and they might be right.
That's great movement there by Max Duckwall to get out of the end zone there, give a little breathing room. Not a big pickup, but it's a nice pickup.
Mariemont 2nd and 9 here. They really need to get out of their own end zone would be ideal. They need to give themselves some breathing room, get out near the 20-yard line, would make them, it would kind of open up the playbook a little bit, Jamal.
Definitely.
Snap to Tully. He's going to hand it off again to Duckwall, and he will once again fall forward for about a yard.
Duckwall for a couple more. Hamilton on the play, 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 for the Warriors. Big pickup here. They'd hate to give it right back to Wyoming with good field position going into the 4th quarter.
Sorry to cut you off. That defensive unit of Mariemont has got to be tired. You do not want to give the ball.
That's a really good point, Jamal, to bring up, that if you give them right back after a 3 and out, the defense is going to be struggling back on that field. Empty backfield for Tully here. He's going to look to throw. Doesn't have much. He's going to try and run it. He breaks a tackle, and he gets a first down. That's a huge play from the senior.
That's why Charlie Tilley is the captain of this Mariemont squad. Cuts it up once, and then turns on the Jets to get the first down.
I thought they were going to get Mariemont for a holding call there on number 78, Hunter Metz, but they let it slide and Tully's able to pick up a first down.
And Hunter, probably one of the most reliable members on this offensive line unit.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. Tully looks to throw, has a man. It's Vianello with his first catch of the season. Shout out to Talon Vianello, recovering from injury, back at it today. Played in, I think, the JV game last week as kind of a rehab assignment, and now he's back Friday Night Lights right where he wants to be. Let's take another look at it.
Went through his progressions here, looks over, sees Vianello, gets his first catch of the season. Yeah. What a game to get it in.
Good for him. That makes me happy to see. You know, Talon worked so hard. It was brutal to see him sidelined for the first half of the season, but he's back and better than ever in this one.
I mean, who doesn't love Talon Vianello? He's going to be an integral part of the Mariemont lacrosse team.
Absolutely.
As they look to go to state here this year.
Yeah. Back to the matter at hand. It's under a minute to go in this third quarter of play. It looks like Mariemont might have incurred a penalty there because it's 1st and 20. Couldn't quite tell what the flag was on the field. Didn't see it come down, but clearly something happened. Tully's going to look to run, and he's got a lot of room. Gets out for about 2nd and 5. Big run.
Elliott Brown with a nice block out there for Tully.
Some people in the booth were screaming for an offsides call. Couldn't tell exactly who jumped and what they thought, but Leon certainly was not happy. In the end, I think it worked out pretty well for the Warriors. Big run from quarterback Charlie Tully.
They've got to keep this momentum going, though. They have to pick up a 3rd down here, and I think they have to score on this drive. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, I don't know about have to, but certainly getting close to that time. Let's get another look at this. Yeah, they wanted a number 55 would have been Chase Pretendon was who left, or who jumped early there. Did not cross the line of scrimmage though, so I believe he was all in the clear there, but definitely cutting it close. We will head to the fourth quarter of play here from Kusel Stadium. The Warriors trying to pull off a gargantuan upset, down by 7. 12 minutes to play in this one. We'll see what they can do when we return for the fourth quarter of play.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts.
We are back here for the fourth quarter of play. Tully starts it off with a throw to Whitmore, and he has a first down. Big play right there.
Tully to Whitmore.
Definitely, like I would say, I think that was needed. I think they have to get points, preferably a touchdown here, and you know, they're on their way here.
Yeah, no doubt. One of the biggest possessions in Mariemont football history, maybe? Is that a crazy thing to say, Jamal?
Definitely not a crazy thing to say. I mean, 74 wins in a row. This will be a monster upset. As
Vianello again, love that out of him. About 8 yards on the pickup, close to the line of game.
Vianello is going to be a threat all rest of the second half here. They may have been, you know, waiting to unleash him, make sure he's healthy, make sure he's ready, and they're calling plays for him now, and he's getting the ball.
Yeah, no doubt. Totally empty backfield, 5 receivers set. Blitz comes, Tully reads it, finds a hole up the middle, big run for about 20 yards, even more than that, and a big first down into Cowboy territory.
And Tully is hard to bring down, but it looks like there's a Wyoming Cowboy that's down.
Goes for 14, first down.
And look at the sportsmanship by Davis Whitmore there.
Yeah, might have had some cramps going on.
What a moment of sportsmanship.
We're going to take an injury timeout here at ICRC. We will see you on the other side of this break as the Warriors attempt to square up this ballgame.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Never heard of it.
Whoa, 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 what's going on here? We have number 20 is getting helped off the field, but they were snapping the ball anyway. And now they're just going to blow the play dead. Commotion was occurring right there. The refs were allowing play to continue. They were going to let Tully snap it, even though number 20 for Wyoming, Andre Woods, was being helped off the field by an athletic trainer. I think they're just going to go back and redo that because there was not a lot of control of the game right there from the referees.
Referees have to be better. That's unacceptable.
Now Tully looks to throw. Gets out. Just throws it away there. Didn't really have much. Might have been actually looking for Glassmeyer, but was not running the route that Tully thought he was, and it's going to go to second down.
Just gets out of harm's way with that throw. Got no problem with it. Just avoiding maybe an intentional grounding there. Really good play.
Yeah.
And these Warriors, I mean, they're giving it their all out there. Even if they don't win tonight, a valiant effort by this Warrior squad.
Here goes Tully. 2nd and 10. 5 receivers out there. Looks to throw. Wants to roll out. He's got nowhere to go. Get rid of the ball, Charlie. And he does. He throws it to Glassmeyer. This ball is caught. Incomplete. They say he was out of bounds.
Glassmeyer knew it. Shakes his head as soon as he
Yeah. That would have been an incredible play if he could have hung on. He wanted to go left with it at first, and just there was nowhere to go. Then he cuts it back right. Almost got sacked. Got rid of the ball, and Glassmeyer, yeah, definitely out of bounds.
Way out.
I think I'm noticing here, Jamal, thinking about, kind of the Wyoming offense so far in this game, because it's a pretty low-scoring game tonight. We talked about DJ Gray, their star receiver, being out. We've seen those shots down the field. They took one in particular to Josiah Galt that he dropped, and I just think that under normal circumstances, these balls that Howard's throwing down the field would probably be reeled in by DJ Gray. Probably the most reliable guy on this team in terms of receiving, but he's not active tonight. He's injured for the last 2 games, so can't be 100% sure what's going on with him, but you hope to see him return soon. The same can be said for the injured Warrior player right now. I believe it's Eli Hernandez out there. Could be cramping, not really sure, but he gets up and walks the field in his own power, and he gets a nice round of applause from the bleachers.
And the Warriors kicker, Shatui, has a bit of a leg on him. If they can get maybe 15, 20 more yards, they can maybe kick a field goal here.
Duckwall enters onto the field here. In the backfield, it's Walton and Whitmore at the bottom of your screen. Tully snaps it. Duckwall will be used for blocking. Rolls out right, wants to throw, does throw, finds Whitmore, and this pass is broken up. Really nice play there by Justin Robinson, their star defensive back.
I mean, that would have been huge for the Warriors, and they may have to punt it here. I mean, well, they're going to have to punt it.
4th and 10, 10 minutes to go. It's a tough call, but I think it's hard to justify going for this if you can pin the Cowboys deep in their own territory.
Definitely, but it looks like they may be keeping the offense out here. They may be going hard count here.
Yeah, Tully is also the punter, so when he's out there, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going for it.
That is true.
Except for the fact there's 5 receivers out there, which makes me think they're definitely going for it. Now Wyoming calls timeout. They thought they were punting for sure, and when they saw that formation came out, it kind of scared them a little bit.
You can see Leon going, with the hand motions like, hurry up.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted the offense to get out there and snap it quickly. Maybe catch the Cowboy defense off guard.
Now it comes into the chess game for Coach Leon. Do you now send out the punt team when Wyoming might not be expecting it and try and pin them deep, or do you stick with your call of going for it? Decisions for the head coach.
Quite honestly, I would punt this ball away. You got to try to pin them inside. If it was 4th and maybe 2, I definitely see we're going for it, but 4th and 10.
4th and 10 is a tall order.
That has to be a pass play. They narrow it down to that, and then from there, you're just covering downfield.
Yeah, it's a big ask for the Warriors if you're going to try and pick up 10 yards here. But you're trying to do something that no team has done in the last 8 years, so I guess at some point you got to get aggressive,
That is true, and
they're going for it. I mean, I think they're going for it, Jamal.
Tully could kick it.
He could definitely kick it, and that'd be a really nice play. Brady used to do this sometimes back in the day, was just punt it away for a shotgun formation. But they've got receivers out there. He's going to throw it. They are going for it. Throws it. It's Glassmeyer wide open. He's got the first down. A huge play for the Warriors inside the red zone.
What a call by Coach Leon. That is a gutsy call. from Coach Nick Leone. What a call.
Great route, great ball from Tully. Hit him in stride over the middle of the field. Denham Miller couldn't keep up, and now the Warriors are really threatening to score.
One thing you love to see from Tully is on 4th and 10, trying to upset one of the best teams ever in Ohio State history. He's calm under pressure and delivers a strike there.
Absolutely. Blitz is flying in, and Tully gets sacked. Number 2, Quaid Howard, the quarterback for Wyoming, untouched. Second time we've seen Tully get sacked like that tonight.
And you hate those untouched kind of blitzes.
And look at him come screaming up the middle of the field.
I mean, that just can't happen this late in the game.
Yeah, they just never picked him up. Not a thing Tully can do about it.
It looked like it was number 60 there, Mike Ramatka, on the blown assignment.
Yeah, always tough to judge who's supposed to be covering who in those situations, but now the Warriors backed up significantly. 2nd and 17 here. They throw a screen pass to Glassmeyer. He tries to get some run after catch. And gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Warriors.
And 10 or 11 at the 20. Yonigan on the play.
One thing I like to see is them maybe going downfield to one of their taller receivers, either Talon Vianello or Cooper Naccio.
I mean, Jamal, has Cooper gotten a catch in this game so far?
I think he might have
won.
I don't think.
Certainly no shots down the field, though, which is what I think they should use him for. I mean, the guy is 6'4", so got to think he'd have height on anyone who might try and cover him. He's at the bottom of your screen right now, just to the right of Glassmeyer. Wyoming shows blitz. They send blitz. Tully's got nowhere to go. He gives it to Naccioni. We just talked about him. He does not have the first down, but it's 4th and short.
Gets to within about 2 yards of the first down.
And
Woods on the
that's,
play.
I mean, that's a great play there by Naccioni.
Tully rolls out, was able to finally find a man. Really nice throw, really nice catch. Could not quite turn it upfield. Naccioni's down near the sideline.
And Naccioni, I think he's been cramping bad all game. He's been grabbing at maybe his growing area.
Yeah, now goes down and takes a seat on the sideline. Got to get some water in him, stretch it out a little bit. Hopefully he comes back onto the field to play soon.
Definitely, they're going to need him down the field here. I mean, they went for it on 4th and 10. You don't see the harm with them going for it on the 4th.
The more time ticks off the clock, the more you got to go for it because you just don't have the time to get the ball back. 4th and 3 here, as Jamal just said.
I mean, we saw the Cowboys eat up a lot of time in the 3rd quarter. They could easily tear off that 7:40 that's left on the clock.
Yeah, no problem at all when you got Hancock running the ball down the field at the rate that he is. So here we go. It's Duckwall and Tully in the backfield. 3 receivers set, 3 yards. They need to get to the 9-yard line just about. Tully's going to look to throw. He's got Walton wide open. What a great play design. Walton breaks forward. Walton is in for the touchdown! Touchdown Warriors! Touchdown Jack Walton, the most unlikely of characters. It's Jack Walton in the end zone with the biggest play of his life.
What a play by number 14, Jack Walton, untouched when he gets the ball. Wide open pass. What a play to equalize the game.
That is a fantastic play design. They sent him running across the left side of the field, and there wasn't a defender within 10 yards of him. And now it's Shatui to take the kick.
Look at the replay.
You see that play design once again. Vianello's the holder, or Tully's the holder. Shatui hits it up. Shatui hits it good. We have a tie ball game in Cuso Stadium with 7 minutes to go.
Warriors 14, Cowboys 14.
This would be the biggest win of Nick Leone's coaching career. I mean, it takes guts to call the type of plays that he's calling. Walton shaking off defenders on his way to the end zone. What a play. As I stated earlier, he's usually used for blocking purposes.
Yeah.
He's a bigger wide receiver. And he had come wide open earlier until he missed them.
Exactly, Jamal.
And he finds him there, and what a play to the sophomore, the junior receiver.
Shout out to Jack Walton. I mean, this guy, he works harder than anyone I've ever known. He used to play basketball, and he lived in the gym. I mean, this guy just kept getting better year after year. It's the same story with football, and you just feel so happy for him. I mean, he gets about a reception a game usually, but it's usually the seniors, Whitmore and Glassmeyer, you know, making the big plays. And here to see a guy like Jack Walton do it means the world to that kid, and it means the world to us up here to watch him do it. We know how hard he works, and that's such a huge play. If the Warriors can come out on top, he would almost be the game MVP just from that.
And he may not always get the targets or receptions that he wants, but he has never complained one time. He always goes and does what he's supposed to, goes to practice, and it's paying off in a big way. Shout out to Jack Walton. Amazing play.
Yeah, when he caught that, I said he was an unlikely character to do it, and by that I simply meant the fact that we always see the seniors, like I just talked about, you know, Naccioni, Glassmeyer, Whitmore, getting the catches in big moments. I said it for Glassmeyer last week against Madeira, caught the game-winning touchdown, and to use those guys as decoys and incorporate a guy like Jack Walton, it just shows the trust that Coach Leone has in Jack Walton, and I don't blame him with just the work this guy puts in, how consistent he is, as he was able to tie the ball game up with that touchdown catch. And Lawson Wade brings down Hancock in a big way.
This team is pumped up. The energy and the momentum is on the Warriors' side. They have to capitalize here. What a hit by Lawson.
Look at Lawson
Wade.
just throw him to the ground.
I mean, most of his weight comes down on Joel Hancock, and like I said, you see that kind of guy coming at you. I mean, you got to find a way to get down before he gets to you.
Howard looks to throw.
He's
got nobody. Flushed out of the pocket, goes right, looks to run now, throws it from way in front of the line of scrimmage.
He
wide open.
Dropped anyway. There's a flag that comes in. There is laundry on the field.
That's going to be an illegal forward pass. Howard wasn't even close to the line of scrimmage when he threw that football.
And number 5, Denham Miller, is not happy about it. You can see him screaming after that play was over.
I mean, look at where Howard is when he throws this ball. I mean, this is unbelievable. He's 3 yards in front of the line of scrimmage.
I mean,
the ball was dropped anyway.
that's just an all-around bad play. You cannot lose awareness of where the line of scrimmage is in this pivotal of a situation.
And Coach Leone's going to decline the penalty so that it makes it 3rd down and 7. Don't hate that call. Puts a lot of pressure on your defense, but he's got that kind of faith in him.
And why wouldn't he? They have held this great Wyoming offense to a whopping 14 points through 3. I mean, the big players today have really been Finn Warden and Lawson Wade on this defense.
Wide open is Miller for the first down. So the call to decline the penalty by Leone does not pay off as Wyoming gets the first down. And they're trying to silence Kusel Stadium right now, Jamal.
And like you said earlier, Carter Rummer has an amazing leg. If they can get further down this field, they can kick a long field goal and go up by 3.
Right around midfield, it's Wyoming. Howard gets a new play, barks the orders to the offensive line. Takes the handoff, rolls out. Now he's going to run it this time. Has a first down on the stiff arm and falls forward just past the 35-yard line of the Mariemont Warriors.
Yeah, you love that run there from Howard, and he just uses his speed and athleticism to pick up that first down there. Now Mariemont once again has to get into one of these bend, don't break situations.
Hands it off here. Doesn't go very far, I'll tell you that.
Shout out to this defensive line. Lawson Wade, Andrew Duckwall,
Michael Curran.
I mean, they're all giving it their all out there. You can see, I've been saying it all night, you can see how bad they want it.
Yeah, 2nd and 9 for the Cowboys here in Mariemont territory. I'd have to think this is a little bit outside field goal range. This would be about a 47-yarder. There's no way he hits that. I mean, even as good as a leg as he has.
I mean, they could trot him out if they don't pick up a first down here and just give it a try.
Screen pass to Hancock. This will be a first down and more. Brought down by Cooper Naccione up there, but they moved the chains yet again. Now they're definitely in field goal range.
Definitely. If you look at the replay here, he goes through his progressions, delivers a nice little screenplay there. Awkward tackle there.
Yeah, it seemed like Naccione kind of got wrapped up in him when he was trying to make the tackle. Well, we have a second here. Shout out to all of our camera operators here at ICRC. You see Charlie Collister down there near the field getting the handheld shots. Carter McGahee, Will Cahall doing game cams as well. All the guys in the ICRC truck, huge thank you. We would not have the opportunity to do stuff like this without those guys. So we owe it all and owe this entire broadcast to everyone doing the work behind the scenes as Wyoming attempts to take the lead late in this game, under 4 minutes to go.
Shout out to Mr. Eaton as well for allowing us to do this broadcast.
Yeah, no doubt. He can't be here tonight. I think he has daughter's volleyball game, it might have been, but he puts so much time and effort into the Warriors Broadcast Network, into helping ICRC out. So any of these games you see would never be possible without Mr. Eaton, that's for sure. We wouldn't even know how to hold a camera without that guy. Run up the middle is Howard. I think it's going to be a first down. First and goal for the Cowboys. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go.
They're siphoning some of the momentum from Mariemont here, and they've got to put up another goal line stand. A thing to watch also is that time is ticking away, and if they hold the ball and wait to score a touchdown here, they could really put Mariemont in a hole.
Yeah, Mariemont will not get the ball back with much time left on the clock at all. Howard's going to run it again. He is stuffed out, goes absolutely nowhere. It's Finn Warden who wrapped him up, and Patrick Sweeney who finished the job.
Finn has been everywhere in this game, but you have to look at the clock and maybe think about using some of those timeouts here.
Yeah, no 2-minute warning in high school football, just like college, so they can't rely on that. Inside the last couple minutes, the clock does stop for a first down until you get to the line of scrimmage, so they have that on their side. But priority number one is keeping the Cowboys out of the end zone. If they could hold them to a field goal, it would be massive. Hancock on the run. He's wrapped up by Finn Warden. A big play from the junior.
Would you use a timeout here?
They will. Leon will call a timeout to keep it with more than 2 minutes to go. It's going to be 3rd and goal for the Cowboys on the next play that we see. If you're Wyoming, if you're coach Aaron Hancock, Jamal, what are you calling right here?
You know, I would have to stay true to what's been working and really lean on Joel Hancock, quite honestly. I mean, I think a quick handoff, or maybe the play we've been seeing all night where it's faked to Quade Howard. I mean, I think that would be the certain solution.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Wyoming has not scored since the first quarter of this football game when they got all 14 of their points.
And you really have to go back to that goal line stop they had. Warden getting to, I believe it was the running back first, and then you had a plethora of Mariemont jerseys in there to stop the run.
Yeah, 3rd and about 3, maybe 2 yards to get into the end zone here. It's Hancock in the backfield, looking for his 3rd touchdown of the night. They snap it right to him, and he drops the snap. Does Mariemont have it? got the ball! Mariemont has the football with 2 minutes to go. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in uncharted territory when it comes to Wyoming football games.
Oh my goodness. Joel Hancock, who's been their star player all night, drops the ball. Oh my goodness. If they get in field goal range, this will be the biggest kick of Shatui's young career.
8 years since Wyoming has dropped the regular season football game. 74 straight games is in danger of ending on the shoulders of Charlie Tully and this Mariemont offense.
Is this the game, Will?
He throws it out wide. Wrapped up by Justin Robinson. It was Elliott Brown on the catch. Under 2 minutes to go now.
And important to note, Wyoming only has 2 timeouts as well. So they're both working with 2 timeouts.
And now, do you almost, if you're Wyoming, you got to think Mariemont uses the timeouts first, but Wyoming could be thinking we stop, get the ball back, and then maybe they use some timeouts. So overtime kind of looks like where we're headed right now, Jamal, just in terms of the aspects of where this game is going. But I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Hancock starts calling some timeouts here. Tully's going to run it. He's got a lane. Robinson gets a big hit on him. Did not quite get to the first down marker. Couldn't tell if he was out of bounds or not. Looks like the clock is going to run.
Quite honestly, I'd start thinking about some shots going downfield.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't know how much I trust overtime. What do you think, Will?
I mean, it's tough. I got to be honest, Jamal. I'm not 100% sure what the overtime format is. I'll have to get a check on that if we go there. I've never seen a high school football game go to overtime. I mean, the clock is running here. It's 3rd and short. Now a timeout will be called. Leon is furious at his guys for not getting that ball snapped quicker.
47 seconds, 3rd and 1.
3rd and short.
I mean, you either got to go. I like a Wildcat call here, the Finn Warden. I think he's a powerful back that could get him over the line. But like I was saying, also, you might want to take a shot downfield.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to give the ball back to him, though.
I'm not quite sure how high school football overtime works.
So from what I can find on the OHSAA website, they play a 15-minute sudden victory overtime period, so that might mean if you score, you win the game.
Wow.
Which is pretty extreme if that's the case. We will get confirmation on that, obviously, if we do go there. But tentatively, we believe that you just play like a 5th quarter of football almost, with whoever scores first wins. But they're going to hand it off to Duckwell. They're going to fake the handoff, and Tully's going to take it. He's got room to run.
Okay, it looks like there's a flag on the field.
And this one is going to be coming right back where it came from, and Mariemont's going to be backing up.
Mystery flag out there.
That is not good for the Mariemont Warriors.
Pushes the Warriors back to the 10.
Did not see confirmation on what the flag was. Probably holding, if I had to guess. The clock will now run with 40 seconds to go. It is 3rd and 6. And Wyoming's going to call a timeout to talk this one over and possibly stop the clock. Really looking for a stop here if they can get the ball back.
This is a wild turn of events here. Joel Hancock dropping the ball and Charlie Tully picking up the first down and coming back. One of Leon's keys to the game that I talked about at the beginning of the game was limiting penalties, and that is a backbreaker for the Mariemont Warriors.
I mean, you get that shot of the student section. There's not a kid who's left this football game so far.
I mean, when you have to do something as unprecedented as beating a team that has won 74 regular season games in a row, I mean, who would leave early
Jamal,
on that?
I said that I've been saying all day, I think they can win this game. I don't know that a lot of other people thought that. A lot of students, I think, might have been counting their own team out just because of the history of Wyoming. But to this point, they're very much in it. 3rd and 6, inside their own 10-yard line is Tully. Tries to draw him off sides. It doesn't work. He's got nowhere to go. He's got to throw the ball away, and he does. Just gets it past the line of scrimmage, and it's now 4th down.
You got to punt.
And you have to punt and give the ball back to Wyoming.
There's no shot that they leave him on the field here, right, Will?
No, Jamal, there's definitely no shot. That would be the most ridiculous coaching call in the history of football.
More ridiculous than calling a goal line pass in the Super Bowl.
We'd have to contact my good friend Pete Carroll. Shout out to the Seahawks and whatever Super Bowl that was. Probably like 7 or 8 years ago now, Jamal. It's a while ago, but intercepted to the goal line by Malcolm Butler is words that will live in my life for as long as I live. High snap. Flag is thrown. And it's a false start on the Warriors. This is quickly turning into near disaster. There was a high snap. Tully might have struggled to get the punt off. Now it's a false start. They're going to be kicking it from their own end zone. Illegal formation is the official call.
And right here, you cannot let Jack Walton's touchdown go to waste here.
I mean, this would just be killer. It's Theo Ado. Sorry, it's Josiah Galt in the backfield, number 10, standing at the Mariemont 40-yard line, looking for the reception on the punt. If he can just get any yardage going back down the field, they'd be in field goal range.
Hey. How much? I can't hear you. 34.
Our commentary might have caught some of that. 34 seconds are going on the game clock. There's some confusion up here in the press box from the man running the scoreboard. Not really a signal given from the referees. They didn't know exactly how much time to put up, but we've got it all correct now. 34 seconds to play. 4th down. Tully gets the snap. He gets the punt away. It's not very far. Needs a big bounce. It kind of gets one, and now it stops, and Wyoming's going to get the football inside the Mariemont 35-yard line. So, Jamal, let's do some quick math here. I think from here, say it's the 30, snap it back 7, kick it. I think you're looking at about a 47-yarder from here. My math is correct.
He was hitting some bombs in warm-ups.
I mean, Carter Rummer's got a boot. The junior can kick it. But I got to think they would want to get a little bit further up to feel really comfortable in him. But, hey, worst case scenario, I mean, you might as well take the field goal from here, right? I mean, I don't see Chris Davis on the field, but Auburn, Alabama, Iron Bowl, I don't think we'll be seeing any punts get run back 109 yards. But I could be wrong.
Crazier things have happened.
Crazier things have happened.
And the entire student section is on their feet.
Wyoming's got 1 timeout left. Howard's going to fake the handoff, roll out right. He's got room to run if he wants it, but instead he's going to throw, and it's a completion. Oh, my. Number 31, Dorian Fredericks, has the catch. Less than 20 seconds to go. And it's safe to say they are well inside field goal range now, Jamal.
You may have to think that's game.
I mean, if I'm Wyoming right now, I'm going knee the ball down and then call timeout.
Yeah, you may just kneel it down wherever you want him to kick it from. Whatever hash they want it from.
What is going on right now? There was some serious confusion from Coach Hancock as to whether or not the clock was running. He didn't think the clock was running. He thought that his player was out of bounds at the time of the catch. But then they ran the clock, and then he had to call timeout. Unclear if Fredericks was ruled to be out of bounds or not after the catch. I think they're going to end up signaling that he was out of bounds, so Wyoming will not have to burn a timeout. They can retain that final one and can use it at a later time in this game. 10.5 seconds to go, and I'm sensing some tension in the Kusel Stadium air right now.
They had the perfect opportunity to send this to overtime. And if we look back on a holding call, really...
the holding call was killer.
A holding call really brought it back.
And then the punt, I mean, Tully was in a bad position. He was punting from his own end zone.
It looks like...
Now Leon takes a timeout, going back and forth here. It's like the last 2 minutes of a basketball game right now, Jamal. Just takes a long time with all the timeouts that get called, all the penalties.
One thing that, you know, we have to look at is the amount of pressure being put on the Wyoming kicker here. As we've seen that reliable kickers under pressure may become rattled by, some of the pressure from the, student section, as we saw from Noah Ruggles in the state's, not state, but the CFP semifinals a couple years ago versus Georgia.
The tension is certainly in the air. Some might remember Oakwood, game 1 of the year. The kicker missed a field goal that would have sent us to overtime. He left it just short. I'm sure that Rummer is feeling it right now. He's got the weight of 74 games on his back, and they're going to kick it right now, Jamal.
They're going for it right now.
Here we go. Number 88, Carter Rummer, to take the lead.
The kick.
And he's got it right through the uprights. A huge kick from the junior, and Wyoming leads it by 3 with 7 seconds to play.
And I was looking forward to some overtime football, but it does not look like I'll get it here.
Yeah, at this point it's either a Mariemont touchdown for the most insane win you've ever seen in your life, or Wyoming will continue the streak for at least 6 more days until they see Indian Hill next Friday. Another look at this kick. I mean, just a true kick from Rummer. We know what he's capable of. We saw it in warm-ups. Hasn't missed one tonight. Rummer and Hancock have accounted for all of the Cowboys scoring in this one. So do you think Mariemont should try and go laterals on the kickoff play here, or do you think they should just take a knee, then bring out their actual offensive unit and then try and go for the miracle there?
I'm going for the offensive unit. Mariemont has some decently tall receivers. If they can throw it downfield, get one of those guys the ball, and maybe get into laterals at that point, they may be looking at some sort of Miami miracle kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's about all you can hope for at this point if you're a Warrior football fan, which I know most people at home listening are.
They put up a valiant effort. The heroics from Jack Walton and Charlie Tully down the field.
So here's the kick from the man who just gave him the lead. It's Duckwell who handles it, and he just goes to the ground. So we still have 7 seconds to play. The Warriors do not have a timeout.
Mariemont doesn't have a timeout. Honestly, a quick pass, get out of bounds. Do you think they have enough time to get off 2 passing plays?
I mean, maybe, but I don't even know what that would do for you, Jamal, because you still have to go. I don't even know where the ball is, 75 yards.
You probably don't have to travel the whole field. If they can get it to maybe, it's still a long way. If they can get it to field goal
I don't think there could be, I don't know if they could get the ball into field goal range and then, because they'd have to get out of bounds too, and then have time for the field goal. That just seems so unlikely. I think they have to try and score a touchdown in some insane fashion.
What we saw versus Williamsburg with...
This would surpass the Williamsburg game. So Tully is going to throw it relatively deep, and it's broken up. There's still time on the clock. 1 second remains. I don't really know what the goal of that play was, because even if he catches that, he's going to be taken down and the game's over.
Yeah, that may not have been actually the smartest. You got to force it downfield, quite honestly.
Yeah, it's almost impossible, really.
You just have, quite honestly, you have to throw it up to Cooper Naccioni and hope he just breaks one.
Someone's got to channel their inner Calvin Johnson here or something.
Definitely. Who else to do it than Cooper Naccioni? He's almost as tall as him.
Final play of the night. The buzzer sounds. Tully will still looking to throw it. And the ball falls incomplete. The Wyoming Cowboys extend the regular season winning streak to 75 straight games, where it will remain for the next week or so until they travel to Indian Hill. The streak lives. And this game was closer than I think anyone might have thought it would have been, except for the kids on the field right now from Mariemont. They knew they had a chance. They gave themselves a chance, and they just came up a little bit short, but they fought so hard. Shout out to Jack Walton for that huge touchdown.
This may have been their best chance in the last 8 years to sneak one in on the Cowboys. And that's a heartbreaker there, but great sportsmanship between both teams, and a great game overall. You love to see it.
Yeah, once again, thank you to ICRC for their coverage of Mariemont football and high school football around the area. I'm sure you'll catch some more ICRC games throughout the season. It's been a pleasure calling this game. Once again, I'm Will Stevens alongside Jamal Moore. Your final from Kusel Stadium, Cowboys 17, Warriors 14, and the longest streak in Ohio State history will remain in the hands of the Wyoming Cowboy football team. We'll see you at the next Mariemont home game, ladies and gentlemen.